Everyone to Republic Poly. All the Northsiders in Singapore, give it up. I like the energy, but I believe I heard that the energy of Republic Poly is a lot higher than just that. Republic Poly, give it up. That's better. Welcome to the Olympic Esports Week Singapore. Really glad to have you today. My name is Ilhami. I'll be answering questions. Really glad to be in this seat because how many times can we say we are seated beside one of the most iconic streamers in Singapore? Now, I had my breakfast and I hope you guys are going to be having your lunch. I've been waiting about 10 minutes for Supercatkei to come up on stage. But in that time, it's taken 10 minutes for her to do like 7-8 interviews. How many photos did you take? I counted about 70 over photos taken. So yeah, but how are you feeling today, Denise?
I'm really good. How are you? Hi everyone. Hello Republic Poly. I've always dreamed of saying that.
Really?
Yeah.
Now we can say it for real. Hello Republic Poly!
Republic Poly!
Very cool. Now, just to introduce Denise a little bit, Denise has been a live streamer since August 2020. She streams on Twitch. For those who don't know what Twitch is, don't need to hear what I say. Now take out your mobile phones, download the Twitch app. The first person you want to follow is this person called Supercatkei. She looks exactly like her. Yeah, it's a very uncanny resemblance. Okay, and Supercatkei is known as one of the most iconic streamers in Singapore. She is also a mentor for aspiring live streamers, and we are really glad to have her here today, where she'll be answering some questions and we'll essentially just have a chat.
Yeah, that's right.
Cool. Now, do you want to ask them or address the crowd?
Hello everyone. Hi everyone. My name is Denise. I'm also known as Supercatkei. Some of you might know me as a live streamer. Some of you might know me as that girl on TikTok who's been interviewing people and giving things away. Yeah, I kind of accidentally blew up from that recently. But yeah, that's just a little bit about me. I've been streaming for 3 years. And I do all sorts of games. Any Valorant in chat here? Okay, I see you guys. Did you guys buy the bundle? Oh, okay, sorry. Play Valorant, Apex Legends. I also do a lot of music, outdoor streams as well. Yeah, just a bunch of random things.
Wow. I'm also a musician. My music kills the living and wakes the dead. I heard. Okay, now let's get to know Denise a little bit. Now, Denise, how did or why do you start streaming?
Yeah, so a couple of years back actually. So a lot of people don't know, but I actually used to build startups in Singapore and in New York City. I did that for about 2.5 years. And then when someone's literally singing New York right now. And because of COVID, I actually came back. So I had this big bulk of free time in my hands, and I just decided to go back to my first love, which is video games. I've been a gamer all my life, PlayStation, console girl.
Any iconic games? What are the iconic games that you remember from the PlayStation era?
My favorite PlayStation game is called Mirror's Edge.
Oh, okay.
It's a single player, it's like a parkour game.
Okay.
Very fun. I played everything that my brother likes to play, basically. But yeah, so just really wanted to game again. And then I had been a viewer on Twitch for a while.
Okay.
So I just thought, okay, why not try streaming? So that happened in August 2020, and just had no expectations for it. I just wanted to play Apex Legends.
Okay.
I just wanted a hard carry.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Now, it's safe to say that streaming has really blown up over the past few years. Now, I just want to ask, and I think a lot of people are curious. How was your very first stream?
How was my first
Because you said no expectations, but after the stream, were there any surprises that you're like, oh, I thought it'd be like that, but it turned out to be like that, Any interesting anecdotes from that first stream, just that first stream? How do you feel?
Fun fact, right? My first stream, I only had one monitor.
Okay.
My camera was on boxes. I didn't have a tripod, so I had to put like boxes, empty boxes, and put the camera on. And my second monitor was my laptop. So I did like the wireless, syncing. It was super scuffed. No idea what was happening.
Okay.
I think I was very surprised by the fact that people were watching, right? Because I think, and then many streamers also feel this way when they first start. You don't know who you're gonna talk to. You don't know who's ever gonna come by. And you don't know who's gonna stay.
Yeah.
So I was very pleasantly surprised when there were like a few people that came in, and they were like, "Hello." Some of them were my friends in real life, so that helped. But I think that was what hooked me in, knowing that I would be able to speak to people, and potentially form connections with them.
You've got a very warm way of saying hello, by the way. For those of you who watch her stream, she'll be like, hello. It's really very heartwarming. Okay, and since then, your content has shifted. I won't say shifted, but has grown from like just gaming to music to different forms of content. Was there? And now you're doing this full time.
Yes.
Right, you're doing this full time. Now, was there a moment where you realize, okay, this is where I'm going to take this?
Yes. So when I started live streaming, I actually also started pursuing my masters, and I was still working a full-time job.
What's the job in streaming?
Yes. So I had these three things, and streaming was supposed to be like a for fun.
Okay.
Like take time, chill, and then all of a sudden I saw so many opportunities with live streaming. So I think about 2.5 months into streaming, I was asked to be part of the Skate Pathway program, which is the mentorship program for aspiring streamers, and that was when I was like, oh, okay, so this is actually something that can become pretty serious. Like I can actually take this full time. So I had to ask myself, what am I willing to give up? Because we only have that much time. I wasn't willing to give up my masters because I like learning, I like studying. So I decided to quit my full-time job then, and that would mean that streaming had to, be enough. And so I gave myself a timeline. I gave myself 3 months, and I said, okay, if I achieve 200 average viewers and I earn X amount of dollars every month, and I most importantly enjoy what I'm doing for the next 3 months, I will turn it into a full-time job. Because it's really easy to, in the moment, to feel like you want to be a streamer. You have one really good stream, and you're like, I can do this full-time. But that's not true, right? We have our ups and downs. So I wanted to give myself that time period to try it out. Thankfully, during that time, we hit those goals, and I was just given a lot of signs and opportunities that showed me that this was possible. I was in the right place at the right time, and I was like, okay. And then I resigned January 2021.
Wow, okay.
And that was and there was no turning back.
Nice. That's great. Now, and picking up from what you said, right? Now it's very easy for those of you who are streamers and you've got streamer friends, and if you're in such an industry, it's very easy to have one good stream, right? But it's always important to take an average. And you mentioned you give yourself a timeline before you make it. Now, how was the talk with your family then?
Yeah. So the good thing is, I've been doing very unorthodox jobs my entire life, right? When I went to the US, they had they were struggling a lot to understand what I was doing. And I learned that educating your parents and your family is very important. Showing them a little glimpse into the work that you do. So when I said I wanted to do full-time live streaming, my mom literally asked 2 questions. She was like, what's that? And I told her, I was like, yeah, I just talked to the camera. She's like, is it safe? I'm like, yeah, I'll make sure I'm safe. She's like, okay. And that was kind of it. Naturally, as the months and the years went on, I shared with her more about the stuff I've done. She's met the community in some of our events. And now she even comes on the stream and does content together with me. So I think my parents are incredibly supportive. Yeah, and they see the growth and they see the impact that we're making. So,
That's great. Now, when you started as a live streamer, of course there's always people who say, women have it easy, guys have it harder. What are your thoughts on all that? Were there any stark challenges, any notable challenges being, a streamer in this landscape, being a female, being a lady?
Yeah, I think it's a real thing. People tend to discredit one's success based on external you're only this popular because you're a girl,
Yeah.
or you're only that good because you're a guy, right? Or in between, whatever. I've just learned to really kind of like overlook a lot of these things, and just be grateful for for who I am and what I have. But I still work really hard, right? And I always tell people, like, you can achieve anything you want to. You can be as successful as the person you want to be with no excuses. You just have to, like, work towards that. There's a lot of parts of it which is about opportunity, like I said, being at the right place at the right time. But yeah, I've had a fair share of, interesting jabs and comments from people, but I don't let those, hinder.
Because for those of you who watch live streams, right, and the amount of comments, your work as a streamer revolves around churning out content, but in a live environment, you're really checked.
Yeah.
And undoubtedly, you'll see jabs, right?
Sure.
And like, do you have any tips on how you personally deal with it, or anyone in this space, in the digital space? Because it's very different from being a musician in a live performance. You're playing a violin, you're doing a recital, anyway, you don't hear any of these comments. As compared to now, where like one comment just shoots through the stream, and this person is this, or you like this because like this. So how do you deal with it?
Yeah, I think if you ever want to put content on the internet, and that is something as simple as like taking an Instagram story, for example, I think it's important to know your values and who you are as a person, and to continue to build and develop on those and be rooted in those things. Because especially for myself, I've really been at the two different ends of the content creation space, and people say anything. They say anything they want to. They make things up just to get a response or a reaction from you. But because personally, I know who I am as a person. I know what I want to do for people in the world. It's easy for me to just not care about what they say. That being said, it's very. We have our days, right? Where I'm like maybe singing on stage, and someone's like, "Oh, you're bad at singing." I'm like, maybe nobody agrees. I'm bad at singing. I shouldn't sing, And we have the days and we allow ourselves to. We're human. We're susceptible to our feelings, and there's nothing wrong with that. So be kind to yourself, and not molding back at people, I think, is something that we should all try to have and to be, so that we can make it a better world.
That's true. Now, you've been streaming for 3 years. Any highs and lows, iconic moments, good or bad, that you want to bring up, that maybe you can share with everyone here?
Oh, you're still here. Hello. I think one of the greatest things that we've been able to do since live streaming is really give back to the communities in Singapore. I never understood the kind of influence and impact I think we have until I started to really allow myself to just try things, right? And one of the first things that I did before I became a full-time live streamer was to do a charity stream. We do them in December as part of my Christmas series called Famous. And all the money we raise in that stream goes to charity. And the first stream that we did, we actually raised $6,000 in 45 minutes. And I just like cried. I was like, I don't know what's happening, guys. And just, everyone was just so supportive to come together to raise money for a good cause. I took none of that money, right? And that was when I really saw the power of the community and the power of using your influence and for good. So since then, we've really kind of developed and built our charity streams. The last one that we did, which was last year, December, we did my first ever game show. So I actually invited different streamers to come together, and we played a bunch of games. We did a lot of silly things. We even did auctions. All of it for charity. So someone might know Ice. Dota 2 legend. He actually auctioned a signed jersey, and it's signed by all of his teammates. And he auctioned it, and the money was for charity, and it was just so much fun. So I think they're actually, it's more like a daily occurrence.
Okay.
I wouldn't say there was like a very big lump that I did, but I think learning how to embrace and accept that this is a numbers game
Okay.
is something that's really challenging. So it's really easy to put in a lot of effort into your work, right? And then you look and like nobody's watching, or it doesn't have that many views or likes, and to feel like you are not good. And I think
It's so steps to you.
right, yeah, right. It's so easy to like people are like, oh, you're great because you got this amount of viewers or this amount of followers, but I'm always trying to challenge that. I want people to say you're great because of the work that you do, less of the like you're great because of how many people watch you. But I think that's this industry.
Yeah.
So
Did it come to you as a surprise though? Realizing how stats or numbers based, did they shock you, you know?
yeah, I did. I think it's quite surprising to see the stark difference in like how people treat you as well. I'm literally the same person when I just started, when I had nobody watching me, or when I had like 100 followers, for example. I'm like the exact same person. People just treat you differently, or like companies also, and it can be good and it can be in not so great ways. But I think what I can control is just personally myself and how I want to respond to the situations. I always just try to be the same person to everyone as much as I can.
It is very important to note that as content creators, like what Denise has said, they have their bad things as well.
For sure.
And usually the content that you see is always the good days and all the happiness, but it helps to know that they're human as well. They're human as well. Right. Okay, so currently your stream schedule, let's get to know Supercatkei. Okay, let's start, before we talk about your stream schedule. I think a lot of people are very curious to know, because you mentioned Christmas. Okay, famous. How did the name Supercatkei come about?
Okay, so I have this shirt. It's from Pull & Bear, not sponsored, but I bought it from Pull & Bear. I bought it in 2014, okay? It's a shirt, it's sleeveless, and it says, I'm your superhero.
Okay.
And he has a cat with a cape on it. I just love that shirt, okay? It's really ugly now that I think about it, but it's probably fashionable back then. I wore it a lot, and my friend just came up to me and said, oh, that's a super cat. I was like, oh, that's actually very nice sounding. And so that became my nickname in school, in secondary school, even all the way to like Polytechnic days. And K-E-I, a lot of people think I'm Japanese because of the K. I'm not. It actually comes from my Chinese name, Jiaqi, which in Cantonese is Kei. So at home, my family actually calls me Kei. So that's how the name came about. And I was making a Supercat, I was like, okay, well, let's just do Supercatkei. So totally random.
Okay, and look, Supercatkei, the name is so synonymous with the Singapore Twitch landscape right now. It's so amazing. Now, in terms of your stream schedule, how was it back then and how is it now?
Interestingly enough, I have actually almost never changed my stream schedule.
Wow, okay.
Probably with the exception of the first 2 weeks, because if you're a streamer, you would know you need to grind the first couple of days, hours to hit a certain stages so that you can start earning money on the platform. But I've always streamed 3 times a week, and Tuesdays, which is today, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays, I chose to stay in 3 times a week because I wanted to balance other things as well. I wanted to be able to have that freedom and luxury to, work on other projects as well. And people get surprised when I say I stream 3 times a week and I'm a full-time streamer. And they're like, that's not full-time, it's like 3 times. But I'm sure you know this as well. A lot of the work that we do is not on stream. So
a lot of people think streamers just press button, go on OBS, and ta-da, it's my work.
Yeah, suddenly everything's all good.
Cool. Now you mentioned earlier that you were building startups overseas. Now how has that helped? Work now as a content creator?
Yeah, so the 2 startups that I built, the first one was actually a career development program for young people, and the second startup that I helped to build was an online community based in the United States. So these two things, somehow one way or another, have trickled back into my live streaming world. So when when Skip was doing the streaming mentorship program, my past experience in career development came in very handy. And actually, I was the program director for the last iteration which just happened, which was such a blessing, such an honor.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much. It was so fun, and they grew so much, and they learned so many things. I wish I had that when I first started. And everything I had done in the online community in the US, I tested it on my community. So when I started streaming, I was still working that job full time.
Okay.
And I just wanted my community to be like a test for the things that I would do in that community. So all of the different skills in my life have somehow just come together to fit perfectly in live streaming. I've also worked in advertising, and that has helped me tremendously with working with clients, working with brands. I know what they need or they want, and I know how to work with them. And so I think having all these very different, varied experiences in my life is probably the reason for why I'm able to do so many other things today.
Wow, that's really amazing.
Thank you.
When we go back to basics, as aspiring new Twitch streamer, people may come to you, what do I need? Character-wise, are there any qualities that you feel a streamer would, I hate to use the word require, anyone can stream, right? But
Yes.
Do you feel there are any qualities that you can think of that you are or recommended to?
Yeah, recommended. I think again it really varies.
Okay.
Right? Because like if you watch Twitch, you would know, or like you would know that there are very different types of streamers.
Yeah.
In this context, we have 3 very different types of streamers already, and so really anyone can be a streamer. There isn't like a fixed set of things, but I do think that attentiveness is something that every streamer should have. Just being able to read and understand your chat, and to be able to converse with them in your own ways, right? Because there are streamers who they read the chat and they like roast them, flip them. That's okay. That's their style, but that's also attentiveness to the chat, and that is one thing that the viewers love. And one of the big things that the viewers have told me, like that's why they stay for my stream, because I read every single message in chat.
Wow.
Even if it's and I'm like all the way at the top and they're like waiting at the bottom, like I will read it and I'll respond to it. So that's something that's I think relatively important. I personally want to say kindness. Okay. Yeah, because like I said, yeah, thank you. Yeah, like I said, I think we underestimate the influence that we have onto people. Yeah. Even if it's just like we have like smaller, doesn't matter how many viewers we have, but we have such power to really change people's lives, or to influence them or impact them. And I think collectively we should all try to work towards making things better. I'm not like world peace, like that's not what I'm trying to say, right? But I think just in the small things, in how we interact with each other, in how we take care of one another. The internet is a very scary place, and but I see that we're really able to do quite a lot of great things when we just show a little bit of kindness. Yeah.
Such inspiring. Now, does anyone have any questions for Supercatkei?
Yeah, let's come closer. It's like so scary.
No. I'm not scared. Let's not scared.
I went to Blackpink concert day 2. You went day 1?
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
And the thing is,
But I didn't go to Blackpink concert.
You didn't go? Yeah,
No one wanted to go.
It was really good.
and also the thing is, I am recently a fan of you because I met you introduced to another stream concert.
Thanks. I love your outfit.
I was in a rush to the school.
It looks good.
Love the green, bro. Love the green.
Like Squid Game.
No, this is like modern Squid Game. It's not
Yeah.
really good.
The squids be jealous.
Yeah.
Squids be jealous.
Leslie, you have a question. No.
Well, you can catch her on her stream at twitch.tv.
Yeah, I'm singing tonight. I'm gonna be streaming music tonight. Yay.
But yes,
100 nuggets. Is that what they give you? 100 nuggets.
the things that people request
Things
for
that
on
people
Twitch.
do.
Yeah. And yeah, so Denise, do you have any last words, before we wrap up? Anything you want to say to the students of Republic Poly? Any advice you want to give? Not from a streamer perspective, but from a content creator perspective that you feel will be valuable.
Yeah. I feel like to whoever is listening,
Yes.
to
Me.
to you. I think one thing that I always want to encourage people to do is to just try things respectfully. This track gonna take things out of context, but to just try things, right? It's because of all the different things I've explored in my life, and I've seen how they kind of work into live streaming again.
Okay.
And it's really easy to think like I just need to follow one track, and that is the only track that I can take to success in society. But you can create your own path. You can do whatever you want, and we live in a world where success is anything we define it to be. So I kind of want to encourage the young kids, because it's really easy to feel like I'm stuck in this course forever and that's it. I studied film and I ended up doing something that is not what I learned in school, but I took the things I enjoyed about it and did my own thing. So I think it's very possible for everyone. And yeah, we should all just do things that we enjoy while we're young, respectfully.
Thank you so much, Denise, also known as Supercatkei, for your time today. Give it up for Denise! Thank you so much. Thank you. Once again, my name is Ilham. She is Denise. Do follow her at twitch.tv/Supercatkei. You are here for Olympic Esports Series 2023. Do stick around, try all the different games, and we'll be with you with our next segment where we chat with Ben Lim from RSG.